Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Wrassle Graps. My name is Chris,
My name is Vincent.
and it's first time in a while. We did an AEW pay-per-view last time. Now we're doing an actual AEW Dynamite show. I regret it. You seem to not regret it. We're going to talk about it. My name is Chris.
My name is Vincent. Like I said, my name is Vincent. Yes.
I forgot we did that already.
Yeah, we
Anyway,
did that, right? We're rusty. We're rusty.
yeah, well, that'll happen. It'll happen. Anyway, um, yeah. So the show starts, and we get FTRs out there immediately.
Well, they take a look back at the attack on Will Ospreay.
Yeah, we do, but they're gonna talk about the entire night. We don't gotta cover it now. It's
And Will is out for the time being.
Will Ospreay is allegedly dead.
No, he's not dead.
Storyline
He's fine,
and storyline
He's not
allegedly.
even dead in the storyline. He's fucking alive and well, and he's listening to Hangman Page and what he's got to say.
We can't prove that.
So, who the fuck was Hangman Page talking to?
His ghost, maybe in kayfabe.
And he's gonna wrestle as a ghost for the world title.
Maybe no one told Hangman yet. That's also a possibility.
Or whatever.
But anyway, um, FTR come out. They kick off the show. Dax is very upset because he had to go and tell his family that he's an absolute loser and a bum for losing at Forbidden Door. So
Yeah,
he's
like
the ref
join the
that made
club,
him
right?
lose. Yeah,
Join the
right.
club mentality.
Relatable. Am I right?
Yeah.
Goes to the ref that made him lose. And he said the only way this is going to be okay is if you apologize to me and then you make us the new tag team champions. Which obviously he has no authority or power to do that. So he says no.
Yeah, like the
And
decision was already made.
not only that, he's a referee. He does not have the power to do that. And if the decision gets reversed, you don't just win the title for not pinning anyone. It just goes back to Big Bob
Sorry,
Shelton.
sorry, Brody King and Bandito.
Yeah.
Give us those titles back. FTR said so.
You wouldn't even go back to FTR. They weren't the champions. They go back to Big Bob and Shelton.
Right, exactly. Who are
But
also
anyway,
pissed.
very upset with this referee they are. Stokely Hathaway's going off on him. And all of a sudden, Edge comes out along with Christian. Get into a
Team
little brawl.
CMC, is it called?
KNC, yes. Cope and Christian.
CNC?
Cope and Christian.
Okay, cool.
They come out, they brawl a bit, but then Edge and Christian get in the ring. And Edge cuts a bit of a promo. Christian also gets a bit of a promo. He goes, Dax, I understand you have a father. Cash, I understand you also have a father. But before he can finish the line, Cope takes the mic and doesn't want him to do it. The crowd start booing, and he goes, You're a bunch of sickos. Go ahead, Christian. And he goes, But that bitch is dead. And that was my favorite part of the entire show.
That was good. That was very good. You love to see Christian being an asshole to FDR. That's pretty cool.
Never in my wildest dreams would I imagine you could be a face and also make fun of somebody's dead father. And it just works. But he does it anyway.
And he gets a pop, it gets a good reaction.
Christian Cage #1, best wrestler in AW right now. Will not argue any other way.
Best character.
The
Not
greatest of all
even
time.
really. I mean, I feel like there's better characters, but he's good.
Greatest man to ever grace AW with his presence.
I'm always impressed by like MJF.
He's just not on the same level. I don't know what to tell you.
Nah, man, MJF's top tier.
Sorry, I'm not willing to argue this point anyway. Darby Allin's next. Does a little video package backstage. Talks about all the dead bodies he saw on Mount Everest as he paints with blood from his ear and challenges Mox to a match at All Out.
And yeah, I wonder where that goes.
I hope the dead bodies play a part in the match.
I don't know if they will. I don't think that's going to be part of the match.
The zombie corpses of Mount Everest, you don't think they'll show up?
No, I don't believe so.
Well, that's a shame. Anyway, Moxley versus Garcia. This match had no build. There's no real reason for it, but it happened. But it was good.
I think, yeah, because Moxley just likes to wrestle.
Hmm. He was doing
Moxley's
a
been
great job.
wrestling like every week on TV.
It's fine that now that he's not world champion, we can stop the false narrative of Moxley can't wrestle. I love
Because
it.
that was a big thing. They were like, "Oh, Moxley sucks. He can't wrestle. He fucking has a horrible team." Which I mean, some of those things are correct, but I mean,
Hmm.
he can't wrestle part is fake.
Yeah, the Death Riders do kind of suck, but John Moxley's great. We're not going to bash John Moxley on the show.
Yeah,
So they go at it. Garcia works over the leg for a little bit. Daddy Magic's at ringside. He keeps Marina Shafir and Willie at bay. But unfortunately for
mhm.
him, that's not enough. Moxley still wins.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it seemed that Daniel Garcia got caught up, man. Got caught up. Roll up.
He gets rolled up. Moxley tries to show respect to Daniel Garcia, but he wasn't having it. He said, "What do you mean shake your hand? I never shake your hand." And Moxley says, "I want you to shake my hand," but he won't do it anyway.
Reminds me of something.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, I think Daniel Garcia could join the Death Riders eventually.
I'm confused at his gimmick. I know I haven't watched in a year, so I'm gonna be confused, but he's a heel, but he'll beat your ass and then shake your hand afterwards. I'm confused.
I feel like if you give him a good match, he'll do that. I feel like the Death Riders is built off of like good matches and being good wrestlers and shit. So I
But
feel
if
like
you
this
lo-
actually does make some sense.
but if he wrestled Danhausen, right? Yeah, would he then shake Danhausen's hand afterwards?
If Danhausen had the skill Daniel Garcia did, then sure.
All right, that answers that question. So the Death Riders leave. Everyone leaves the ring, but Wheeler Yuta comes back out. He's not done yet.
I'm not fed. Oh, because he
This
said, "Oh well, no, never mind." This is where he says the thing. Okay.
this was a very strange thing they've done throughout the night on this show. Actually, someone will leave, but then they'll come back out anyway, almost like they forgot they were supposed to have a segment after that.
I did feel this part especially did feel like they forgot something.
And I understand you have to have what comes next. You have to not have John Moxley and Marina Shafir out there, but still, how hard is it to just have Willie? You just say, "Guys, go to the back, please. I want to say my piece."
Yeah.
So
Wait.
he's
So
talking
did we
about
did we cover this? That the
what?
turn down Darby's challenge?
That's in this promo.
That's in this. I thought it was in the promo
I
before,
think
and he
so.
was like, "Hold up, Death Riders will beat anyone's ass."
I thought it was this promo.
I feel like that one before this. He had two promos. He said like, "No, we don't accept your challenge." And I feel like this one was like him being like, "Death Riders, we're gonna kick everyone's ass. No one's gonna be able to beat the Death Riders."
Yeah, well, he did it in one of the promos. Might have been this one, might have not been this one. But in this promo, he's like, "I busted my ass, and all you guys talk about is how much you hate me, and all this fuck you, Yuta, and all this other stuff." And then eventually, Hook makes his return with a new theme song, I believe.
They show the H on the Batman thing,
Yeah, the Hook symbol. Hookers
like
Unite.
just an H in Times New Roman. Well, I'm not sure what it is.
Whatever font it is, it's there, it's prominent.
Yeah,
But he comes out, beats down Wheeler Yuta a bit. He stands tall. He's back.
he used to be in the ops, no longer in the ops, I guess.
I don't like that they're not explaining why he's just not with them anymore, but he's on his own now.
Because they replaced him with fucking Will Hobbs.
Yeah, but you could just have a fourth guy. I mean, whatever.
Yeah, I get. I mean, that's what I would want to happen, but it seems they've moved on without him.
I mean, I understand in the aesthetic of the group, he just doesn't really fit in like that.
Yeah,
At least not with Shibata and Will Hobbs and Samoa Joe. It's just he's very clearly the odd one out.
he's
But
like the
still,
tiny, the little ops, little op.
but I mean, arguably, Shibata and Hook do the same gimmick.
I mean, kind of, yeah. But I feel like Shibata's just that guy.
Yeah, the aura is different, and he can get away with it more. But
Like
they,
Hook's got that aura, but he's got the Hooker aura. I feel like the Shibata aura is a little better.
But yeah, he's got the energy of all the hookers. Hookers unite.
right? Hashtag Hookers United.
Yeah. So next up, we get MJF. He's very upset about his loss. Very angry,
This was
but
a good promo.
it was a great promo. Basically, just says, the fans suck. Hangman, I'm gonna beat your ass next time. I'm gonna take that title. Mark Briscoe, I will set you on fire for reals next time.
And
And then
7 weeks
yeah,
shit's kind of bullshit.
yeah, pretty much.
Can't believe you made that on the spot, Tony Khan.
That's good. Well, I mean, I kind of like it.
I don't know if I do. I mean, because I haven't really seen it in action, but it's all right.
I like the idea of you can't just be a cowardly heel. You have to actually be honorable about it.
Right. Actually, I do like that and that idea right there. It's a little different than a typical contract Money in the Bank situation.
That was my gripe with the Money in the Bank contract is it's very hard for a face to win that contract when you know that you can just cash in whenever. It's really not designed for a face character. But now a
Right.
heel or face, you could win this. It doesn't matter, and it works. I think
I used to really like Money in the Bank. Now I don't really care about Money in the Bank.
it was around the time when Brock won Money in the Bank where I stopped caring.
That was pretty bad. Yeah.
Even though he did do the dance, and that was funny.
The boombox with the okay, whatever.
This next bit. Okay, so after that MJF thing, the show for like the next hour kind of just goes on this whole path of we did some big story stuff in the first half hour. Now we're just gonna not do that
Now
till the
we're
end of the
just
show.
it's straight raps, honestly. I mean, there is
Now
some
you
stuff here. There is some stuff.
there's like one or two things, but for the most part, it's just random stuff that was clearly put here to fill time, and it's just 3 tag matches in a row.
Yeah, they really love their tags.
This is
I'm not
why
gonna
I
even say I
stopped.
was. I forgot what I was eating when I was watching this match, but I was not paying that close attention.
I was punching the air when they announced another All Star tag for next week.
You were punching the ears.
The air,
Oh,
showing him
you're
who's
punching
boss.
Darby's ears.
Yeah, I was just imagining it in front of me,
Cool. All
unreasonably
right, you do
violent,
you,
but
man.
you know.
You do
What
you.
I always say, whatever makes you happy.
Right.
So
And
I
what
didn't
does make you
understand,
happy?
not this tag match because I didn't understand this. So it's Megan Bayne and Penelope Ford versus Harley Cameron and Chris Statlander. We just had the thing on Forbidden Door where Megan Bayne and Penelope Ford's group tried to attack Queen Amanada and Jamie Hayter made the save. Why is that not the tag match? Why is it back to this?
Yeah, that's a good question. I'm not too sure the answer to that.
They don't acknowledge it really either, like at all.
Yeah, they really don't. I don't know how we got here. I was definitely confused when they announced the match to happen.
I wrote in my notes, I wrote Bane and Ford versus Aminata and Jamie Hayter. So I was very confused when Harley Cameron and Chris Statlander showed up.
Yeah, Jamie Hayter was a pretty big deal at the pay per view.
Odd choice to just not have her on the show, but whatever.
Yeah, I don't know why you wouldn't follow up on that. I guess they want to collision it up.
We can't
I
get
don't know
back
if
into
they ever. I don't know if they did, to be honest, because I don't know anything about collision. But yeah,
You haven't watched it in years.
yeah, it's true. I don't know what's going on over there. Besides Tony Storm and Ryan May, they still having a feud over there.
Mariah May, the one who's not even in the company anymore.
That answers the question.
Yeah. It's currently Blake Monroe in NXT, and she had a pretty good match with Jordan Grace.
All right, I think I'm all caught up on collision.
There you go, yeah.
Yeah,
Collide with that, am I right?
no.
Anyway. This is why you don't try new things, folks. Anyway, Stat beats Penelope Ford to pick up the win, but then Bane's not happy. She beats down on the faces. Willow makes a
Mm,
save, and then that's it. I did not care about this, but it's Tony Khan's only mandatory women's match on the show, so it is what it is.
yeah, Willow Nightingale. Love to see Willow out there.
It's nice to see her. It would have been nice if she actually wrestled like a singles match or something, but whatever.
She's definitely one of their top stars, I think, or should be actually. Should be one of their top women competitors.
So speaking of AEW's top woman, we get the Mercedes Moné segment. And there's no story to this. It's literally well, there's a little bit of story, but not a lot. She just comes out, shows off her belts. Uh, Renee Young's
Yeah,
like, what about Alex Windsor? And she's like, Megan Windsor sucks, but I'll beat her again if she shows up. But I'm gonna dance now. Get out of my ring. And then that's the segment.
yeah. She seems a little scared of that Alex Windsor person.
Yeah, and then that's really it. There's not much to talk about that. I don't know how to feel about Mercedes Moné. The character doesn't do it for me, but I do like some of the stuff she does. She's good at being a heel,
She's
but
good at
just
putting, good at holding championships and putting them on TV.
character-wise, I don't get it. She's a heel, but then she dances, and
Well,
it's
the
confusing
dance
to me.
isn't very good.
Is that the gimmick? Is that why it works? I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, well, I think she's just cocky. You know,
Something about it just doesn't work for me. I don't know what it is.
yeah, I can see that. I can see that. I don't hate it though. I don't hate it.
I don't hate it. I just something about it's just not working. I'll figure it out eventually, and we'll talk about it another time.
You think you dance better than her?
No, not at all.
Okay.
I am
Then why
well
don't you like her
aware.
so much?
I don't know. There's just something that's not working, and I don't know what it is. It's not the in-ring stuff, I can tell you that. It's something in the character presentation. I just don't know what it is.
Okay, that's interesting. Maybe we'll uncover that soon.
I'll talk about it with a therapist soon. Anyway, Mark Briscoe is up next.
You try to light
Uh,
me on fire.
says, "Here's my baby. Take this baby away from me. You try to light me on fire, Max. I'm gonna kick your ass eventually. But first, I'm worried about Kyle Fletcher." Which I'm like, "What do you mean you're worried about Kyle Fletcher? This man tried to light you on fire. Let's focus on that." But okay,
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know if his priorities are in order. Maybe the baby was priority number one, but the
I
fire
guess
needs to be like priority number two at that point. You know?
the man trying to set you on fire. Like that's grounds for trying to jump him in the streets.
He
Not
tried to kill him.
that's not a kind of situation where you just sit there and go, MJF, I remember that, and I'm not happy about it, but Kyle Fletcher, I'm more worried about you, you piece of shit. I'm coming for
Yeah,
your
it's kind
title.
of crazy they went with that storyline.
It's like, seriously, that's the one? Okay.
Tony Khan was like, "Yeah, sure, that sounds good to me."
I don't get it. I don't understand. You're in Philly right now. You could have MJF and him in an Extreme Rules match or something next week if you wanted to.
Inferno.
Sure, that too.
Whoever loses dies on fire.
Loser, kayfabe dies, yes.
Yes, kayfabe
Like that
alive.
time that Randy Orton lit the Fiend on fire.
No, like the time Vince McMahon blew up in a limousine.
And then came back the next week, exactly.
Exactly.
Let's talk about now my least favorite part of the entire show.
Me too,
The
man. Don Callis was there.
This All-Star 8-man tag match, dude. What the fuck is this?
Oh, I like this match actually. This
I
match
did
was pretty
not.
fire
I couldn't get into it because there's no reason for it. Like, why? What is this about?
because it's fucking good wrestling. You know what I mean? Like, Jet Speed is out there. Actually, Cero's out there. I mean, what are you gonna do, man? Good stuff.
This whole match screams Tony Khan does not know what to do with Bertito now that they won these titles.
Well, obviously, you know, like why did he put the titles on them?
That
He
was
could put them on
absolute shock
FTR.
value. That's absolute
Yeah.
shock value, and you know it.
I'm not saying Brody King ain't working his ass off for Bandito, but I'd rather have FTR. I think
No, both are great, but the tag team is like a mishmash thing. At least to me, it doesn't really make sense.
mishmash.
Um, and then you have FTR and it's feuding with Edge and Christian. You have the Gates of Agony feuding with the Hurt Business or the Hurt Syndicate, whatever you want to call them.
Well, that's
And
what
then,
the name stands for.
yeah, then you just have Brodito over here. They have nobody to feud with.
Well, now they do.
Don't even get me started on the fact that Wardlow comes out with Don Callis and he just does not explain what happened on Sunday.
That is weird, you know. That's kind of strange, but whatever.
He just stands there next to him and he just pretends that he's been there like the entire time. The only interesting thing in this match for me was the weird tension between Okada and Takeshita.
That was pretty interesting. I'm not sure. I mean, that's good. I like that part.
Otherwise, this did nothing for me.
Yeah. I mean, I think, like you said, the big thing coming out is just definitely that Okada and Takeshi don't get along. And that's going to be explored very soon.
So that match is gonna go great. But this match sucked, in my opinion.
Match did not suck.
The
It
wrestling didn't
just
suck, but the
yeah,
fact that it happened.
exactly. Yeah.
I'm just again, you have a thing with the Gates of Agony and the Hurt Syndicate. I get that they're in the match later on. You couldn't have like put it back a week or something. I don't know.
I don't know, man. It's fucking weird. Tony Khan don't know what he's doing. He never does. He just kind of wings it on the fly.
Well, now we get to the
You think
Hangman.
he stopped booking ahead of time? Like, you think he stopped long term booking? He's just doing short term now?
I'm like 90% sure after Adam Cole got injured that one time during the MJF feud, he just decided, you know what? These injuries can happen at any time. Fuck it, do what you want. I'm not planning this.
Just all star, all star. Everything's all star.
All Star every week. Next week, All Star.
Pay per view, just throw everything on there. Pay per view,
Every,
everyone's on the pay per view.
everyone gets a payday. I don't know.
Yeah,
What's that? What about that cool feud that Hangman and Kenny had that one time? We don't do stuff like that no more.
yeah. No.
All right. Well,
I don't know, man. We just know Tony Khan is not booking the best show, storyline wise, but yeah, at least he book a good match, you know.
you can book a good match. That is true. Um, I just that match felt very. I know it was a good match with good wrestlers, but it was very filler to me, and I could not get into it.
Okay, that's fine.
So next up, we have Hangman. He comes out. He's like, I beat MJF, and if he ever comes for me again, I'll beat his ass before the ink dries when he signs that contract.
Very quick. Yeah.
However, more importantly, RIP just in case Will Ospreay. If you are not RIP just in case, I hope you come back so I can beat you for this championship. I hope you get better soon, buddy.
It's okay. Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
I don't know. I really don't know. It's like it very much reminds me of a Goku like thing from Dragon Ball.
Never thought you'd compare him to Goku.
This promo alone, just get well soon so we can fight again, and I can see how strong you are.
That's some shit
Yeah,
Swerve would say.
it kind of is, but Swerve isn't here, so I guess Hangman has to
Swerve
do it.
needs to be just in case. Right?
Uh,
I mean, his leg, man, his meniscus.
yeah. RIP to that leg just in case.
Yeah.
So Hangman's talking about that, but then Don Callis comes back out again. I think he forgot he had a segment to do. Really, you could have just had the Don Callis family call out Hangman and warn him that they're coming for that belt at some point, which Don Callis does here. But he does the weird thing that Wheeler Yuta did earlier, where he's like, "Oh shit, I have a segment to do now."
I mean, because Heyman wasn't there yet. So, I mean,
You
when
call him
Heyman
out. That's
showed
what a
up,
call is
that
for.
was his cue. He was like, hold up, I have like half the locker room in my family. I must go out there and tell this man.
Which that's ridiculous too, by the way.
It's crazy, though. I mean, hey, look, they all jumped the guy.
And Don Callis is. This is the most correct thing he said so far. He just goes, "Listen, I have like half the locker room under contract. One of them's eventually going to beat you for that belt. The odds are pretty good." And I was like, "Yeah, that is true. 50% odds is right."
He's correct. It's like he plays Monopoly or something.
That's very true. So then they try to jump Hangman. Hangman tries to take the fight to him, doesn't work. Jet Speed come out, that doesn't work either. Then Kenny comes out, makes the save.
Of course, Kenny would save the day because Jetsby
And
can't do.
it's a fun seeing that little reunion, but also that spot with Lance Archer was a little bit weird.
Yeah, I don't think it was that bad. Like, it was bad, like clipped like that, but I think it was alright. You know, I like to see that finisher.
I love the finisher. It's just even in context, he's standing there like, hit me with it, I can take it. Like
That was
that's
pretty. I don't know. Maybe I mean, yeah, it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad.
maybe he could have. It just didn't work this time, but it didn't look great.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. I was like, maybe he could have tanked it, but nah, obviously he couldn't tank. He couldn't have done
If you're gonna do that move, you gotta kind of look like you've been selling a bit. Like maybe you're trying to shake off like a hit or something, or you're trying to get up or something. But he was just standing there respectfully waiting for it.
it. Yeah, I don't
Said
know.
man, said man, why is that guy running at me like that?
See, it's kind of weird. I mean, we haven't seen Lance Archer in forever.
Yeah, I don't like how they book him now, but whatever.
So be it. He's one of the guys.
So next up, we get a little promo between Mina Shirakawa and Athena, or at least a video package.
For a Ring of Honor feud.
I didn't watch the show. I think it's on YouTube, but I haven't seen it. This
I
sounds like it'd
haven't.
be a good match on paper.
Sounds good to me, you know. I saw Mina hitting the Dougie.
I did not see that. I saw,
It was
because we're
pretty good.
filming this on a Saturday or recording this on a Saturday, I saw Athena brought out the blue meanie. That was fun.
It has nothing to do with Ring of Honor. I'm just saying Mina was hitting the Dougie on like a TikTok or something.
What does that have to do with Ring of Honor?
There's nothing, I mean, she's part of Ring of Honor.
Here's another thing that bothers me, by the way. Is Bandito the ROH World Champion?
Yeah.
Why does he not have the belt?
Well, it's not Ring of Honor, is it?
It's not any of the other 8 promotions that Mercedes Monet wrestles at, but she has 8 of those belts.
Well, some people are more respectful than others.
What does that even mean?
Moxley kept his fucking belt in a briefcase with Brian Danielson's ring plates on it, or belt plates on it. So, I mean, what does that have to do with nothing?
I don't like this logic, but whatever.
I'm just saying.
Let's talk about the
Some
next
people have
match.
different ways of being champion.
Well, that's the wrong way to be champion, because then no one knows you're that champion.
Whatever. The wrong way to be champion is to hold an ugly belt, like
At least with
Zack Sabre
the
Jr. Or
That's true.
not Zack Sabre Jr. Is he the champion? Who's the world champion?
It's Zack Sabre Jr.
Oh yeah, like Zack Sabre Jr.
For NJPW, it is him.
That's interesting. I think it's a good champion choice, but I mean the rest of the roster kind of sucks.
Yeah, like 90% of them, 80% of them, sure.
Well, anyway, let's move on.
The Ops versus Rick and the Gates of Agony. This was a fun match. I liked it.
Are you kidding me, man? You like this match?
Yeah, for the belts, I like the Ops, man. What do you want from me?
This match did not fucking. It wasn't even as good as the other one.
At least it was for a title, so it had a purpose to me. And I love Samoa Joe and the Ops. What do you want from me?
And you can love them all you want, man, but they didn't put on a better match than Jet Speed. Okay, come on.
Okay, if again, it's very different for me because wrestling wise, it may not have hit the same way it hit for you on that match. But the fact that there was a reason for this happening made me feel a lot better about it.
All right. Well, there's
Because
reasons for a lot of things to happen.
at least this one didn't just feel like Tony Khan said, you wait, get in that ring right now. We have 20 minutes to fill. I don't know what else could go there. Just go do something.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, that's fair.
And the Ops end up winning due to MVP interference.
MVP's
Uh,
Kane hits Ricochet, and then Ricochet gets all loopy, and then he loses the match to Samoa Joe via
yeah,
Coquina Clutch or whatever he calls it now.
so the Coquina Clutch.
It's okay, cool.
It's nice to see Will Hobbs wrestle again. I did miss him.
But yeah, Powerhouse Hobbs is that guy.
Still great. Still a great guy. Don't you
Yeah,
own?
like we know.
Don't you own the shirt that says Big Black and Jack?
No, I don't own that one.
Which one do you own?
I own the cool one. I mean that one's cool too. I mean, I own the other one where it's like it looks like an album cover.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
The way I just imagine you, the whitest guy, one of the whitest guys I know, just walking around in the Big Black and Jack t-shirt.
No, I wouldn't do that.
All right, well, so next up, well, not next up, still this is continuing. Rick is knocked out. The Gates of Agony are going to carry him off, but then the Hurt Business come out. They drop Rick, and both of them brawl to the back. That was fun to watch.
Yeah, that was fine. I like that ending where he was like all loopy and then her business comes out or their theme music hits and then Ricochet just falls to the ground because they let go of him. That was cool.
I did enjoy that. Um, Here, let's talk about the main event. It's where we are now. This is the thing I have the most notes on.
I like this match.
I liked it. It was fun, but I have a lot of notes on this one
Why the fuck did you take notes?
because I have to remember this for the show. What do you mean? Why do I take notes?
Nah, I got notes too. I'm just playing.
All right. So the match starts off fun. Claudio's making his entrance, but Darby attacks him before the match starts. It's false count anywhere, by the way. So it starts off. It's very fun. Getting thrown in the random shit. He gets slammed through a table. Does Darby Allin, or sorry, slammed through a TV. It's very fun. here's my only issue with this match that I have. In the match, there's a giant pole that's holding up a camera that Darby Allin climbs. So again, Darby Allin can climb Mount Everest, and this giant pole cannot climb a steel cage.
He was fucking okay. Do you know what happened to him in that match, man? He was on
No,
jelly legs, man. He was on jelly legs at that point.
you're telling me you never got jelly legs in Mount Everest? That never happened.
No, man. Of course not.
That didn't get jelly legs with being slammed to a TV. I'm just saying.
Nah, man. It's
Yeah,
just what they
whatever.
want you to know in the movies, you know.
What the hell does that even mean? What movie?
The Mount Everest movies. They're
I
like,
only know
oh,
like
it's so
one Mount
scary,
Everest.
so scared. But Darby Allin does it, no problem.
He saw the corpses of multiple dead people.
You know, rest in peace to them. You know,
He looked at them and he said, "Damn, that sucks. Rest in peace, just in case." And he just kept going. That's what you think happened?
I don't know what happened. I wasn't up there. I just know Darby made it down. Okay,
He did make it down. That's true. We have evidence.
he didn't fall. He did not fall.
Okay.
I was gonna say
Um.
he fell, but he did not fall.
Okay. So they do that. They do the NXT spot. I guess he saw Javon Evans being thrown through 2 announce tables in the span of a week, and he said, "No, I got to do that too." So he
Bet.
did.
But the announce table didn't break because he didn't really land on it, so he went over into the chairs, which was the point. Yeah, it was
They
the
had
point.
2 spots where Darby got thrown to a table that did not break because they did not gimmick them enough, and he is not heavy enough to break them.
Yeah, I mean, look, he didn't break that one, um, and he didn't break the one in the ring either. So I mean, it is what it is.
No, not at all. Um, Here's another thing I noticed. They showed some random guy's tweet.
What? That is my tweet? Did they show my tweet?
They showed some random ass guy's tweet about how strong Darby Allin is.
How strong he is? I mean, I guess he is pretty strong.
Tweet said, "Man, this guy has to be made in a lab or something. How is he still moving?"
Yeah, that's fair though. That's kind of fair. I feel that, you know.
That's fair, but why just his tweet specifically? Why just this one tweet all night?
Now they should have showed one of our tweets, you know.
Where's like Cake Puncher 29, talking about how much he loves Stokely Hathaway, like where's that tweet?
Man, that's a good tweet, you know.
Yeah.
Or like somebody like quoting Christian Cage or something.
Hmm. My
That would be
father's dead too, tweets like that. Where's that one?
exactly. Yeah, I don't know, man. They single this guy out. Maybe he's a plant. You never know.
Interesting. It's like when they used to do those fake tweets back in the day.
Yeah, at Golden Boy.
Yeah, and you could tell they were fake because no one is saying these things.
Right. Exactly.
But yeah, so I took down that note, and then the match goes on. It's very fun. Darby Allin does win eventually with 2 coffin drops back to back. And
But
then,
somebody's not happy about that one.
yeah, Gabe Kidd comes out. So is John Moxley, Willie Yuta. They're all jumping him.
Was Wheeler
Here's
Yuta out there?
he was. Here's my gripe with this. This group is public enemy number one after trying to murder Will Ospreay. That's what they've been saying all night. So now they're trying to beat up Darby Allin and just no one gives a shit.
Well, they all moved on. You know what I mean? It's like Will Ospreay, rest in peace, just in case. Now we move on to other stuff. We got bigger fish to fry.
Where was Kenny and Hangman then?
I don't know, man. I feel like it's already been done. The damage is done. They moved on. Like I said,
This is
they said,
ridiculous. I
"Damn,
hate
you
it
got
here.
my guy. So be it." You know.
I didn't like that at all. Um, yeah, so they try to jump Darby Allin. He gets away from them. He runs out of the building.
Somehow, he like squirmed out of there.
Yeah, like in a way that it shouldn't be possible when you're getting jumped by 3 guys.
Ooh, they were like, "Wait, what?" And then Gabe Kidd goes to chase him down. He can't get him.
Like he doesn't try it that hard. He runs out of the door, and then Gabe Kid follows him for like a minute. I think it's like, oh fuck it, he's gone.
John Moxley's like, "God damn it."
And they keep playing Darby's entrance music, so I was like, okay. And then that's the end of this show.
That was funny. I'm not gonna lie, that was hilarious.
It was a little funny.
Yeah.
It wouldn't have hit so hard if Gabe Kidd didn't come back, but because he did that quickly,
Yeah, exactly.
he's just like, oh well, he's too fast for me, tiny little guy.
Small, I swear, that's the best part being small. He's really fast.
You just slip out of everything.
Like a goddamn fish.
So look, this show overall, for me, I was not a fan.
Hey, look, it ain't a thumbs down.
I'm giving it a thumb. There was like I didn't like more than half the show.
This is a thumbs in the middle show, if you really think about it.
It's it can be a thumbs in the middle. It can also be a thumbs down. I'm gonna say it was a thumbs down because more than half the show just did not hit for me.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, that's fair. I feel like the show was kind of a breeze, though. You know what I mean? It's a breeze. They
But
had some stuff on there I thought was kind of cool. So
this
I feel
does
like
not
thumbs in the
feel
middle makes sense.
this does not feel like the follow up to a pay per view.
That's what I can agree with you on. It didn't feel like the follow up to a pay per view, and I feel like they didn't follow up correctly on certain things.
I feel like everyone moved on way too fast from a lot of things.
Yeah,
You had the
yeah,
Mark Briscoe thing where he's like, "Yeah, he tried to burn me alive," but like, Kyle Fletcher, yeah, that guy.
right.
Then the only one that's like consistent is like MJF. He's like, "Look, you beat me, but I will come back for you eventually when I'm ready."
Yeah, and he didn't fucking appear on the show besides that.
Yeah, he didn't need to, but I don't know. It just bothers me. This didn't feel like a natural follow up to that pay per view. Probably because they didn't know how. Um, but yeah, hopefully they pick it up next week. I'm looking forward to enjoying that more. Ideally, hopefully not a lot of tag matches either. I can't do these tag matches.
Oh, there's gonna be a lot of tag matches. I mean, if you're gonna watch AEW, you're gonna say, "Hey, these tag matches, you're just gonna have to accept." You know what I mean? And try to
Fucking,
find the best of it. I mean, Jet Speed's in most of them, so it should be fine.
I don't, I don't know Jet Speed like that. I've never seen him like barely match before this.
But that's kind of okay. Look, man, you gotta watch more Mike Bailey, man.
I don't want to have to do homework to enjoy a show.
Well, then you'll see him on AEW when he wrestles
Okay,
a match because he's on
I
every week.
I call this TK's Triple T, TK's Tag Team Tournament that he does to us every week.
Good thing you picked the T. It's a good thing you picked the T,
Thank you.
not the other one.
I wouldn't know what the other one was. So anyway, that's gonna be it for me. If you don't mind doing the ads, my throat's kind of shot.
I'm shot. Go follow us where possibly can. Rest of the social media platform. Subscribe, like, comment, share on YouTube. Leave a 5-star review on the podcast platforms. We'll see you next week. Bye.